Beautiful piece of art. I mean, I'm not into blondes. I'm more into brunettes, dark-haired. But she looks hell of a sexy minion. I mean, it's a 3-drop again for 2. And every time, well, if you play her and you have a minion with spell damage, gain +2/+2. So that would be a 6/4 minion on turn 3. If you get spell damage out. Yeah, Azure Drake value, Thalness value, even Kobold Geomancer value. People were talking about Mini Mage value. I do think she's definitely a legit drop. On turn 8, it would work with an Azure Drake. On turn 5, it would instantly work with a Thalness. Ancient Mage in a Shaman deck, I don't really know. In Arena, it can definitely work also. So in Arena, she will be crazy. In Arena, she can be really crazy. I think she's nice. Spell damage totem also is just extremely amazing, like someone mentioned up there. So you can definitely go for that. She's an okay card. She's not insane. Let's be honest, she's not insane, but she's an okay card, and I think you can combo her okay and good. Might be interesting to actually play that minion. I mean, if you play some really aggressive mage, could also be a thing to do. We'll see there. We got the Darnassus Apsirant as the next one. I'm not sure if I like that dude. I haven't talked about him so far. I mean, a 2-drop, 2/3. 2/3 is okay stat-wise. Gain an empty mana crystal if you play him, and destroy a mana crystal if he dies. So in the end, you don't lose anything. If he stays alive, he's bonus. If he dies, he's not even negative, to be honest. I like that dude. I think he's only good. He's only good. You can coin that dude out, instantly have 3 mana, shade, and like some rushy, like some beast aggro druid deck. I mean, I'm gonna play beast druid most likely as soon as the new expansion comes out. So I will play that dude in my beast druid. Like, he replaces white grows in my eyes a little bit. If you play druid more minion heavy, more aggressive, with like 1-drops, 2-drops, token druid, definitely token druid a thing with the Darnassus Apsirant. I like that dude, and I definitely think he's gonna be a great thing. Yeah, and you can also silence him. I mean, silencing your own minion is not gonna happen, but you play that dude on turn 2. It's plain amazing. You go for 3 mana. He doesn't get removed, and that could actually be a thing. He gets removed, and who cares? You know, who cares? Yeah, and if you trigger a mirror entity with it, it would also be nice. Like, play that into your mirror entity, kill the enemy's minion, destroy his mana crystal. Definitely sounds interesting. I like that dude. Or that girl. Yeah, she looks like a girl. Okay, she's a girl. I'm sorry. Not saying dude. Next one with the Raskar that got released recently. Seems sick on the first eye. And, I mean, it's a 2 minion. It's a 2 cost. That is 4/3. First of all, making Shredder better. Piloted Shredder made better again. Whenever this minion takes damage, also deal that amount to your hero. So that means 20 damage Shield Slam, you die for 20. Fireball, you get 6 damage. Pyroblast, you get 10 damage, funnily. So you could kill that minion, whatever. It's pretty okay, but the over damage can be critical at some point. I definitely think it will get played. I mean, it's a freaking 4/3 minion without downsides. Without downsides, somewhere. So I do think that he's actually getting played. He's uncommon. Arena. Okay? Arena. That dude can be good at least. If you get a 5-drop with that and you're able to combo it, a 6-7 minion. I mean, he's an ogre for 5 if you have the combo. It can at least be good somewhere in the arena, okay? But most likely it's 5 dust. The Flame Lance, I saw a lot of people complaining about this. It's for 5 cost, deal 8 damage to a minion. But to be honest, when do you need 8 damage for a minion? Every minion you would deal 8 damage to is also a big game hunter target, so it's like a worse big game hunter. Okay, advantage is you could fireball, you could flame lance away a 5 HP minion, but why would you fireball flame lance away a 5 HP minion? There you could also fireball it or frostbolt it with something. So honestly, it's like in arena it's okay, but in constructed it's just a worse big game hunter. It's just a worse big game hunter in my eyes. Rather play a big game hunter than a flame lance, to be honest. Before I play a flame lance, I would play a dragon's breath. The 8 damage are only needed in arena pretty much. But for constructed, that card is definitely not going to have an impact. I don't really see that getting played in any way. If you could like converse that somehow into face damage. Okay, I mean, flame lance on a Razgard. Yarp. Flame lance in arena, okay, but in constructed, not gonna have any impact in my eyes. I'd rather play a double big game hunter before I add a flame lance to my deck. To be quite fair. But they're like cards that synergize with spells. They were like some Inspire cards. But on the other hand, no. Nope, really not. Demon Fuse? I like that one. It looks interesting. I mean, give a demon +3/+3. Give your opponent a mana crystal. Do you care about that if it's late game? I mean, for 2+3/+3 on from turn 6 on, I wouldn't care. Let's say from turn 7 on, I wouldn't care. In arena, from turn 5 on, I wouldn't care. I think that card can be a huge swing in a lot of games. +3/+3 is a lot somewhere. Turn 5 in arena, I would just cast it and be like, yeah, who cares? In constructed, you could start to play buff demons, but is buff demon a real thing? In constructed, it can end really sad, but also in late game, who would care about it? I'd say in arena, definitely. In constructed, also, again, it's more a fun card, okay? It's more a fun card. Like, if you have a demon, like you play a demon on turn 6 and then you demon fuse it in arena, who cares if he has 7 or 8 mana? That doesn't make a difference. You have to look at this. You give him a mana crystal, but in late game, it just doesn't matter at all. That makes it like arena viable. In constructed, I really don't like those cards, like the buff cards in constructed. There's like always silence. Number one example is just execute, getting rid of the minion. So let's see what we got. The Argent Horse Rider. Haven't talked about that also. I like that dude. I'm in love with him. I mean, he has a unicorn he's riding on. It looks like a unicorn. I know. He's like the Argent Squire Supreme because it's an Argent Squire on a horse. For 2/1/3 charge. I like the charge part with the Divine Shield. It just makes him a funny minion. It's like a worse Bluegill Warrior, maybe better in some situations. I just think he's super funny. In arena, he's definitely insane, but also, I mean, he has charge and Divine Shield. That makes him interesting. He charge Divine Shield, Blessing of Might, charge Divine Shield, Blessing of Kings. Stuff like that. Charge with an Abusive Sergeant. I mean, with an Abusive Sergeant for 4, you can already kill a 4 HP minion without dying, and then you still have him on the board. I think in arena, okay, in constructed, I don't really see him going for constructed, you know that. But he looks funny, and he's a horse rider. By the way, that looks so... It's a Horser Rider. It looks like you have to read it, Horse Rider. It looks like really strange how it's written on the board here. I think he's definitely okay, but not great. We have like okay cards, can work for arena, but most cards are currently working for arena, not for constructed. We had the Argent Watchman, haven't talked about him also. A 2/2/4, can't attack. Inspire can't attack as normal this turn. Paladin, mid-range Paladin card. Druid somewhere. Worst case scenario. I'm talking about arena, not about constructed. I don't see that dude in constructed at all. I don't know. It's an interesting... What I love... Okay, first of all, what I love is Con Attack. To have more Con Attack cards. I mean, you can just silence him and he would be good. He's like a worse Ancient Watcher somewhere. And every time you use your hero ability, you can actually attack. If he would be a 3-4... If he would be a 3-4, he would be insane for the trading value. But as a 2-4, it's just not good. I mean, if you give him, okay, let's say Druid, and then Power of the Wild on him, a Mark of the Wild, I mean, make him like a 4-6 for 4 mana in total, and then every time you use your hero ability, you can actually attack with him. Rendering him arena useful again, making him completely useless in constructed, I say. Don't really see that guy working out, especially he's like a rare card, so there will always be other rare cards to pick. No, that dude is not having charge. If you use your hero ability the turn you played him, he cannot attack. That was already confirmed. He still has the Summoning Sickness, that he cannot attack instantly. Okay, we get the Spell Slinger, this is the last one. And that was Battle Cry. Add a random spell card to each player's hand. No, that doesn't mean he cannot have charge. Inspire is every time you use your hero ability, the effect gets activated. I really don't know if I like the Spell Slinger. For 3-4-3, that's good. It's like a mechanical Yeti only giving spells instead of spare parts. But the thing is, this could add so bad. This could add so bad for you. I mean, he gets a Flame Strike, he gets a Pyroblast, he gets a Shadow Flame, whatever. You could give him in arena. Okay, in arena I play that dude. In constructed, it would be only the real troll. If you go for Spell Slinger, game win maybe. Spell Slinger into like Nexus Champion Surat, that could be a thing. But most likely that card is just dead. I mean, he's gonna be fun in arena. I'm gonna pick him in arena as soon as that dude is out. He's like uncommon. You can definitely do this. Even in a Tempo Mage, I wouldn't say it's good. You play Tempo Mage, then you get Frost Nova or Cone of Cold, maybe. You get Brawl. So you play that dude in a Tempo Mage, then you get Brawl from a Shaman. You know? I don't even see that in a Tempo Mage working out. In an RNG deck, maybe. Like Mage RNG deck. Only Bombers, Spell Slingers, Unseeable Portals, stuff like that. He's definitely not going to be good in Tempo Mage. He's going to hurt yourself more than it uses you. Yeah. It's like... Definitely not going to go crazy. But in arena, it's definitely going to be interesting.